What's up, guys? It's your girl Aries Ashley here, and welcome to day 15 of Vlogtober. Today, we are making a candle. Here are the products I have: my digital scale, my paraffin wax. These are the stickers that adhere the wicks to the bottom of the jars. These are the wicks. I got all of these items from Michael's and from Joann's. I got the extra large wicks to put in the 3-wick candles. I'm using colored wax, so I wanted to make sure I got the right wicks. That is a cool gray wax dye that we have. Here are our fragrance oils that we have to choose from that I am going to be blending together. I have some repurposed jars, one from Goose Creek, one from Bath and Body Works. I have some wood dowels that I will be using throughout this process for mixing and for setting the wicks. I have my wax pouring tin as well as a candy thermometer and some lids to choose from. So let's go ahead and get the scale all set up, ready to go. Y'all, I did not do good with the math on this project, but it's okay. So I want to make sure I zero out the container so that my weight wax is only what's being weighed, not the weight of the container. Once I get that straight, then I can go ahead and get the wax opened. So we're going to open up this wax and grab some of it to stick inside the jar. Pretty simple so far, you know. All right, we just stick that in there. I don't know how to do this. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to make that smaller. That's probably why it took so long for the wax to melt, because, and I put more wax. I ended up putting more wax after this melted down, y'all. So yeah, those numbers were completely irrelevant, which is why I say I want to make sure I get the math right the next time I do this. But anyway, yes, we're going to sit it in there in a double boiling type of method. We're going to read the temperatures that we need to work with. We know we cannot exceed 300 degrees for the melted wax, and we cannot add fragrance oil until we reach 175 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's go check on that wax and make sure things looking okay there. Well, it's moving, but not very melted. So while that's working, let's go ahead and build this fragrance. We have some sweet vanilla. We have some cashmere. These smell so good, you guys. Again, I got those from Michael's and from Joann's. We have some Fuji apple and plum orchid and vanilla as well. So we're just going to pour. I wanted to try to do 1/4 of this shot glass. Shout out to Green River, Terracentia, as you used to call it, for the shot glasses. Okay, but y'all, I just started free falling it, and you'll see a little later what I mean. I did put 1/4 of each of the fragrances. At least I think I did. I think I did a pretty darn good job there getting that together. And then we got to go look at the wax again because I don't know what I'm doing. That's right. We have to constantly check on this, you guys. I have no idea what I'm doing, but it's okay. We're doing it together, and that makes it so much fun. So I'm going to just blend this fragrance together because I want it all to be one happy family that blends into one beautiful scent. Smells good. It's oil, so I don't really know how this is going to work once we get a little further along, but I figured it would be a good time to check the temperature of the wax to see if we're in a good place. But because I added more wax and it's taking a little longer to melt, I decided that I should go ahead and add more fragrance oil. So allegedly, you're supposed to have 1 ounce of oil to 1 ounce of wax. If I'm correct, I need to check that math again because I don't know if that was right. But I'm not gonna front, y'all. If I have 4 ounces of wax, that was already 4 ounces of oil. So I know I added extra oil. But that vanilla was so strong, I needed something else to cut the vanilla. So I ended up adding the entire bottle of the cashmere fragrance, a little bit more of that dahlia and plum, and a touch of sandalwood because the vanilla needed to be cut. I don't even like sandalwood like that, which is why I was so particular about how much I put, but the fragrance needed some help. And it was good. It was good now. So we're almost there. We're almost at the point where everything is melted. But the thing is, it still has to reach a certain temperature before we can really do anything with it. So it's time to check it out and see what our temps look like. Okay, it was creeping. It was creeping along, getting closer to 200. Yeah, the wax is hot. Finally, the wax is hot enough to go ahead and take off of the heat so that we can let it cool back down to 175 to add the fragrance oil. But before we do that, I took this time to go ahead and put in the concentrated wax dye in cool gray. Now, I added more wax. Y'all, why did I not add more color? I added two, but then I guess I didn't account for the extra wax that I had put in there. And your girl was scared. I dropped I dropped those blocks in there and was like, oh no, from far away, from far away. Mixy, make sure everything is down in there real good. And I had to clip it on, y'all. It was hot. That steam was so hot. I struggled to clip the thermometer on that. I was like, girl, you better be careful. So we're at 200, which is good. Don't want to exceed 300. So while the wax is cooling back down for us to add fragrance oils, I decided to use that time to go ahead and put the wicks inside the jar. Y'all, I am so picky about wick placement, but you know what? That was hard. That was hard to get those in there and centered. So this is what my setup looked like that I thought it was going to hold up. We'll see what happens here. We're at a good temperature to go ahead and add the oil. So let's take out the thermometer and pour that oil in there. Now, this part, from my understanding, is really important. Once you get the oil in there, you really need to mix it for a long time because you want to evenly distribute the oil into the wax. You're kind of blending it. So I believe you're supposed to mix for like 2 minutes straight of mixing, if not longer than that, to make sure that the oils and the wax mix together. And so now we're going to go ahead and pour. Y'all, listen, I believe I poured way too fast. You see how fast I poured that? I think that I should have gone much more slowly, and I think it may have affected the outcome. You'll see what I mean. Look, it's bubbles foaming at the top from how fast I poured that. That was not supposed to get poured that fast. There's no way. I was scared, y'all. I was recording and the wax was hot. Okay, so here we are. This is what it looks like. I got some holes, but I had so much wax left over that I had to get my wax melt mold and pour the extra wax in there. So we're going to trim the wicks, and I had fun. I did have fun doing this. I would love to do it again. I don't know that I would record it the next time because this was definitely challenging, even though it was so much fun. All right, you guys, here is the final verdict.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Aries Ashley here, and now I am going to show you what the finished product of this candle looks like. Here it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got some gray wax. I don't know what the deal is with this. I don't know if I poured it too fast. Honestly, I do think I poured it too fast. I believe it's supposed to be a slow pour, and I did not pour it slow enough. I don't think, because I was trying to record. Y'all, I do want to do this again, not recording. That's the lid that I ended up choosing to go on here. And y'all, I got a serious like tunnel for, whoa! And it slipped right out the jar. Look, the wax, well, it's freezing cold in my house, so that's a thing. Well, at least this way you can see what the bottom of it looks like with those tabs. I was doing some research on another YouTube, I can't remember her name. If I find it, I'll link it in the description. But she used like a hot glue gun in her 3 wicks, and I was like, I think I like that method, or the idea of that method, better. And if I'm not mistaken, that's what these candle companies use. Like whenever I clean out a jar, there's like sticky stuff in the bottom and it looks more like glue. I haven't seen anything, oh, can't say it like that. I haven't seen anything like this. The smell is nice. I do like the blend of all of those fragrances that we put together. It definitely is really heavy on the vanilla, but I'm okay with that because the plum shows up and balances it out. It's nice. It's a strange scent, but that's exactly what I was going for. Something strange, and I like it. I don't know how to fix this. Let me hold the wax in there so you can see it. Or you know what, let me just take it out the jar. That actually worked out. The paraffin wax, this thing is hard. I don't know if I used the wrong wax. That could be something. But yeah, y'all, this is crazy. I think maybe I poured it too fast, and I don't know what else I did wrong. The wick placement, y'all, like, I think my wick placement, I did a pretty good job with that. I am gonna burn it, but first I'm gonna let it cure. So I'm gonna let it sit. That girl I'm talking about, girl, if you end up finding me on YouTube and you see this, I'm so sorry, I cannot remember your name right now, but thank you for all you do, sis, because that is a lot of information that you give. And you know what, I have mad respect for people who make candles, because this was intense, and I would love to do it again. For those of you who are new to the channel, if you're new, welcome to the channel. I hope you love it here. I hope you're enjoying Vlogtober. And y'all know, for those of you who've been here from the beginning, I appreciate y'all so much. I really do. So yeah, I have a newfound respect for people who make candles. That is hard work. Like I was saying, for those of you who don't know, I do enjoy baking, and baking can get challenging at times as well. So I did rather enjoy the process of candle making. However, next time I do it, I am going to try it again, you guys. I'm going to try it again, but I'm going to take my time, do some research, and make sure I do everything the right way. The scale wasn't working out for me, y'all. That math was not mathing. So I just kind of, I free poured it. I ended up with so much stuff. I ended up with wax melts. Oh yeah, let me show y'all what the wax melts look like. Okay, so the mold, I made 6. It had 6. It was a 6 flower mold that I used. So let me show you the different flowers. It has 2 different flowers on the mold. So one looks like this, and then that's what the other one looks like. That's what the melts turned out to look like. It smells good. I do like the fragrance. I am actually really pleased with the fragrance on these. I'm gonna gift some. I'm gonna give my mom and my aunt one and see what they think. Paraffin wax. See, yeah, I want to do a little bit more research, because this stuff is hard, you guys. I mean, that wax is hard. So I think next time I'll do a blended wax maybe. And I'd love to try again. And I want black. This was supposed to be black. It's not. It's gray. It said cool gray, to be fair, right? Because we read. It did say cool gray on the top. But I figured if I put more cubes that it would make it darker. In this case, it didn't. But I believe it was because I added way too much wax. Like, I had even more than this. I made 2 candles. Oh, I got to tell y'all what happened with the other candle. I made 2 candles and these, and then I still had extra that I had to pour into another empty jar. That is, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But the other candle, y'all, when I was rolling, and I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to record the entire process, but I was doing it like with one hand and then trying to do the thing with the other hand. That's what I'm saying. I got as much as I could of the process, but I would definitely like to do it again without recording to see how much I truly enjoy the process, and with all the correct utensils and the right math. When I was rolling the wick down onto the wooden dowel, the wick pulled out of the metal thing. This thing here, that's the sticky pad that is not very sticky apparently. But the thing that the sticky pad is on, the bottom of the wick, like I guess that's the wick clip, I don't know. The wick just pulled straight up out of it whenever I was doing it. So what I did was I just stuck the wick back down in the wax and try to keep it still. And I'll know that whenever I either to just warm that one, or you know, if I do decide to burn it, that there will be a stopping point that I'm gonna have to go ahead and let that be that. So yeah, y'all, now we have like what, 5 days or 2 weeks. Tell me how long this is supposed to cure. I've seen some videos say 2 weeks. I've seen some videos say 5 days. I've seen some people say you could light it right away. I want to wait. I do want to allow it to cure, but I don't know how long. So let me know how long you think I should let the candle cure, especially if you have experience. All right, y'all, that is it. I hope you enjoyed making a candle with me today on day 15 of Vlogtober. That is all I have for you. If you watched this video all the way to the end, comment down below. Do you use wax melts? Y'all, where my melters at? How many people use these? I want to know, please. And what's your favorite brand? I'll tell you the ones that I use. I absolutely love the ones from Goose Creek. Those are so good. I enjoy some of the ones from Walmart. The Sensational, I believe, is the name of it. Aldi has had some pretty decent ones in the past. And there was a company, I don't know if she's still in business. I know she changed the name of her business, but I remember what it was before. It was Full Shizzle My Fizzle. That girl can make some good wax melts, okay? And they were beautiful. They had glitter in them. Like whenever you melted them down, they're all glittery and beautiful. So I don't know who else has really good wax melts. I have not tried Scentsy. Fun fact, you guys, I have not tried Scentsy anything from them, actually, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that is it. Let me know your thoughts on wax melts, and I will see you in the next one. Toodles!